at CMT Music Fest in Kitchener, and we're talking with Drake White. Drake, thanks so much for doing this, buddy.
My pleasure, man. How's it going?
Good, good. You haven't had a chance to play a lot up here in Canada. I know you were up here one time with Zach Brown, opening for his tour, maybe last year or maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah, we played with Blackberry Smoke about 4 years ago. Great rock band out of the southeastern United States. Played with Zach Brown. We played with Leonard Skinner. So we've got half a dozen shows under our belt up here, but looking forward for more for sure.
Okay, so CMT Music Fest, this is the inaugural year. You're kind of kicking things off today. What's it feel like to come up to Canada, get a good crowd, and especially when you're an emerging artist up north of the border? We know what you've done down
Yeah, it feels unbelievable. You know that this is a big world, and there's a lot of country fans in Canada. And there's one thing we can say: although that it's sometimes it's not so easy to get up here. It is. The crowds up here are great. Every crowd that we've played for have been very, very energetic and very receptive to new music, and we love that.
So let's talk about the album Spark.
Yeah.
You know, maybe tell us about what it was like putting this one together.
Yeah.
For you.
Well, I've worked on Spark about half my life. The ideas have came together. You know, I kept a journal type book on me for a long time and just jotted down ideas, you know, from the name of it to the color of the album work, you know, to the album art, to what I wanted to encompass in it. We wrote around 250 songs for this album, and had the process of kind of going through the ups and downs of the music business to kind of season what we wanted to put on the record. And there were frustrating times, and there were times that were great. There were times where I wanted to, punch somebody in the face, and there were times where it was all good. So I believe this album is diverse. It's our first spark, our initial spark to a big flame that we're going to build with this whole movement, and it feels good to get it out there. It's very diverse.
Okay, so the first single, Living the Dream.
Yeah.
Maybe tell us how that single came about and why that was the one you wanted to get out there first.
Yeah, well, Living the Dream came about through my buddy Jaron Johnson from the Cadillac 3. Wrote that song with Tom Douglas and Luke Laird, and it's the only one on the record that I didn't pen. And Jaron brought it to me and was like, check this song out. I think you could really do it some justice and give it some life. And when I heard it, man, I was like, everything in that song is kind of what I live by. I live with an attitude of gratitude, so there's some things that you have to go through to make the good things better. There's some hard times that you got to go through, but it's those simplistic things like a dog in the back of your truck, a picket fence, a good woman or man, and it's those things that make life worth living. And when Jaron gave me that song, I heard it and said, yeah, man, I could really see this being on the record and being out into the open.
Well, you definitely brought life to the song.
Yeah.
I absolutely love. I mean, I've heard the acoustic, I've heard the album. And it either way you do it, it sounds absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Festival season. We're here today at a festival. What else do you have for the rest of the summer? What are you looking forward to? I know you're out in Calgary and.
Yeah. Well, we are looking forward to laying a foundation. We're laying our foundation in Canada, and so we can come up here, get up here, have a good fan base for years and years and years to come. Like I said, these fans are, they're super loyal, and we're doing a couple of more shows up here with Zach, and so we're looking forward to that. But we're on the road with Zach through September. We've kept our bar banter and our kind of our dive shows going strong, and kept the fire starters happy. And all these people love a small bar show, and we love playing those sweaty dive bars. So I mean, it's one of those things. So we're going to continue with Zach and be mentored by the greatest there, or one of the greatest, and just continue our good old sweaty dive bar shows.
Well, good luck the rest of the way, my friend.
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
so much for doing it.
Blue sky, green grass, ain't doing half bad for a half full glass. Kiss me, baby, yeah, just like that. Now.